This is just a sort of a crazy thought for the day. This is our set of characters for the Nativity, and as you can see, that they're all part of the same set, and you can see there are different people involved. But this one, this one is not part of the set, and this is the camel, and there's a story behind the camel. My wife's father often used to host visiting preachers and visiting missionaries. And when Janet was small, the visiting missionary brought this camel. And he said to her, "This camel will keep an eye on you and make sure you're being a good girl." Now, I don't know if you can see on the camel, it used to have eyes, but it doesn't have eyes anymore. Because Janet decided that if that camel was going to keep an eye on her, if she poked the eyes out, it wouldn't be able to keep an eye on her anymore if she was naughty. Now, the thought that I have for the thought for the day is about someone keeping an eye open for us. And of course, as Christians, we're thinking that the person that's watching us, the person that's keeping an eye open for us, is the Lord. And when I was thinking about this thought for the day, well, I thought there are two ways of looking at this. You could look at it that the Lord is watching us and we're to be good people. I remember that there was a minister that I once knew who refused to have a fish on his car just in case he got caught speeding. He didn't want to bring the Lord into disrepute. Now, that sounds okay, but should he not have been sort of having the Lord in mind when he was driving his car and be sure that he wasn't driving too fast? Well, the other thought about the camel and the camel with no eyes is that, well, the Lord keeps an eye on us to look after us, to take care of us. And sometimes things happen to us. Sometimes there are things that we do. We say we're struggling and we don't quite know what we're doing. And sometimes we make a mess of things. And sometimes things are just impossible for us to cope with. And it's good to think that there is a God who's keeping an eye on us to look after us. And while other people might be critical of us and saying, well, they could do better, we have a God with a kindly eye who cares for us and wants us to do better and wants to help us. So that was the little thought for the day I'd got about the camel with no eyes.